Hi, Libra. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. I keep forgetting to say that. I'm here so late, and my sincere apologies. But I'm a cleaner, and I live in a university town, and right now it's student move out time, and I have been cleaning so many units and so busy. But you gotta go when the money is there, right? And so that had to be my priority, but I'm here now. So my apologies. Okay. So I have pretty much laid out here for you. Okay. And it's interesting that what jumped out of your tarot is the King of Swords. And Libra, you are very intellectual. You have a keen sight for what is a good deal and what isn't a good deal. But I'm going to tell you the other thing is you have a keen sight for baloney too. You know, you're kind of a bull indicator, a radar. You got bull radar. So, but you're very intellectual and you know when to act, like when the instinct, when to act, the right timing. And this may be you, Libra, or another air sign around you, someone that you respect, someone that you consider a friend, because we have the Jack of Clubs. Also, you may be becoming closer with a young person that is like a friend. This could be your kid too, but the Jack of Clubs very much indicates the friend, someone who helps you. So there's some sort of, says something about that relationship. So in the here and now, where you are right now, you have the Fool. So here's the Fool. The Fool wants to start something new, take a risk, be creative in some way. They're dying for the new, okay? And so you're ready to start a new chapter. And the Fool's no small card. It's a big deal because means that you're beginning a whole life chapter in some area of your life, whether it's your career, want to go through a whole new career, a whole new relationship, what area it is in your life. Interesting. I feel like this is a kind of some career. It could be relationship for some of you too. But anyway, Jack of Hearts, 10 of Clubs, 8 of Spades. I have a feeling because I feel like if this was at home, I feel like there was this was with someone romantic. This is about a romance, and you could be thinking about moving, ending it, moving on, because you can't get along. You don't see eye to eye anymore. You're fighting. You could be fighting a lot or not getting along. The communication is not there. Okay, so that's why you're looking at this Fool. You're ready. You want to start something new. You're ready to begin again. You don't mind. In fact, you might be a little excited about it. But for others of you, this is your career. This was something that you really loved, that you need to give up at this time. Also, I feel like it's something that you always have to have a fighting for. You had to defend it. You have to, protect it, and it's a lot of work. So I'm not sure if you have the energy or the whatever it is that takes to keep doing this. I just don't think you got it anymore. So it's maybe for that reason that you want to and need to move on. And Libra, I've been telling you this for a while. It's been cooking in your life for a while here, this desire for something new, for some new passion in your life, to feel passionate for something again. So coming in, I would say a week to 9 days, maybe. You have the 2 of Pentacles, And this is where you're trying to balance your time and energy or your finances. So perhaps you may not have enough coming in to cover everything. So you're having to sort of give everybody a little bit to keep them happy, but you can't really, pay them off sort of thing. So it's a balancing act. And also with our time and energy. We may have many commitments, only so much time. So there's something that you're trying to balance here. Okay, look at that. It's interesting. So it seems to me, it's funny because I feel like it's something to do with what you're doing, what your career is, what your passion is, like you. And I feel like there's something in it that's physical in what you do. Okay. So, and I feel like it's too hard on you physically anymore because I feel like there's some sort of physical problem here. Sometimes the 5 of clubs is an increase in work, we're getting more work or too much, it's a load, okay? But also it represents the body, the 5 appendages, our head and our 2 arms and our 2 legs. And the 9 of spades is usually to do with a health condition, or it's hardship, we struggle with something, that we have a hip problem or we have, whatever. And so for you, I think this is difficult for you to do this alone anymore. You may need to hire someone to help you if you're going to continue this, because I think you either don't have the time to get it all done or you don't have the energy or both. So you may enter into some sort of partnership at this time, possibly, or think about, because I don't think you can like do it all, like I said, and and enter the friend back here with the King of Swords. Okay, so this could have something to do with that. I see something brewing here. I do. So above you, you have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles is usually, we're withholding, we're keeping something to ourselves, and it's whether it's our time, energy, our finances. You could be stashing money away, or trying to save up for something, or you're just kind of keeping to yourself, right? Hmm. You have the Eight of Clubs, the Jack of Spades, and the King of Clubs. The Eight of Clubs is business talk, okay? And I think it could be talking about your home, could be home or business, something you have invested your time, money, energy, everything in, okay? And you're talking about it, and I think there's some sort of there you're talking about how you're having trouble, all right? And again, the King of Clubs is seen as the friend as well. He's a brown-eyed man, mature. Like, I don't mean older mature, I mean not a kid anymore. He's not 20. You know what I mean? Could be he's over 30 anyway. Could be a woman as well. Anyway, I think you're having conversations with this person about what you hold dear, all right? And about how you're having trouble with it, or trouble with a particular person, or like something to do with it here, okay? And I think this person is going to help you. I honestly do. I think you're talking of trouble. I don't think you're talking of someone who's trouble. I think you're having difficulties. And I think this is a business conversation. And of course you're going to pay them or compensate them or share something with them, or I don't know how it's going to work out. Maybe some sort of trade deal. But I feel like there's negotiation happening here. This is going to help you a lot. You may not have had this conversation yet, but you're thinking about it. It's one of your options, right? So, in your actual business pile, it's all been a bit business. But this is also about how you contribute your ambitions and your creative side. You have the Six of Pentacles. So, isn't this interesting? Because the Six of Pentacles is about, it's about equal give and take, right? Being treated with respect and treating others with respect. But it's about also about sharing responsibilities, um, asking for help when we need it. This sort of thing, sharing the load. And I think that maybe it's not you that asking for respect. I think the other person might be saying, I am willing to help. I want to be in there, but you're not paying me $15 an hour. Well, in Canada, that's low. I'm not sure where you live, but here it's very low. And I'm not doing that for nothing. I'm not doing this hard work. So I want to be treated with respect. I want to be treated fair. And so, and I think that's all right with you. This is a successful partnership. Successful. Okay. Now, the other thing too is that this particular could have to do with a different relationship, I think, for you. Okay. For some of you, I think this is actually to do with your family or a friendship or maybe your lover. But you also have the Four of Hearts, the Queen of Spades, and the Nine of Hearts. This Queen of Spades is single, separated, divorced, or widowed. She also could have very dark eyes, like dark, dark brown, black eyes. She could have dark features, dark skin, dark hair, and she could also be a man. This, the sex is interchangeable here. But the thing is that I feel like the Nine of Hearts is success. It is, what you want out of this is definitely going to happen. This is a yes card, okay? And so you may be having a conversation with this person. You could be this person as well, where you want like this fair treatment. You're entering into some sort of a deal relationship. Like I said, I feel like this is could be a family member, and you're wanting maybe more of their time, more. You want to get along. You want to mend this, but maybe you're hearing each other out too, because a lot of times we're so busy talking about what we need and we want, we don't stop and listen to the other person, right? So this is that fair exchange, all right? This is a very successful exchange, a successful advance, because it's this relationship is going to advance, okay, for you and them. I feel like it's someone either going through a breakup or is just split up, divorced, something like that. They could be very happy about it, but it could change their whole perspective, their whole, the way everything. But I feel like you're working on your relationship with this person. Okay, I feel like a family connection there. I do. I feel like home is connected to that. So, jeepers. All right, another two. So much partnership and stuff going on here, right? So this is how others are seeing you or influencing you, right? And you have the Strength card. Sometimes this is people see it as a Leo card, because we have the big lion here. But something I want you to notice about this, and this is how others see you, okay? So these two are in opposite roles. All right. It's the lion that needs consoling, that needs protection, that needs to feel safe. And the little girl is giving it. She's the one that's consoling and supporting and nurturing the lion. And so sometimes what might look very fierce and scary, they might be very vulnerable. very vulnerable, could be very fierce and scary, kind of thing. But you may have gone through something that has required a lot of strength, but also tested your vulnerability. You've had to show you're vulnerable too, because I think people already think of you as very strong, very capable. They don't doubt you at all. But they also know that you have this you're showing your vulnerable parts, and it might be difficult for you to do that. All right, it might be difficult for you because normally you're running the show here. And now you're having difficulties, or something is slowing you down in some way. Yeah, I could sure can, Lisa. So something, and so this anyway, and it's really, really, not that you're, like, done or anything like that, but there's a time here where you're showing that you it's time for change, for one thing. Okay, it's another 8 too, I will notice. So along with that, you have the 3 of diamonds, the 2 of diamonds, and the 6 of spades. Isn't this cool? You got both wish cards, both of them. So the 3 of diamonds, so this is how others seeing you, is something is starting to happen for you. Something that you're hoping to happen, out of this situation, is starting to come together. All right. And again, a partnership. Okay. I feel like this is this one's business. Okay. This is going to help you. It's going to be beneficial, fair, it's going to be fair. And it's because you've had to take a step back. Okay. You take a step back and let someone else do what you can't, or maybe don't want to anymore. Like, I don't even want to do that anymore. I hate that part of the job. I can let someone else. Why should I? I'm okay. I can, not worry about that part. So you're allowing, yourself that, right? I'm reading for Libra right now, actually, Lisa. This is a Libra reading, so I'm wondering if this might be you tuned in because it's might be speaking to you. Are you? Oh, well, perfect. Perfect. Wow. Anyway, let me just finish what I'm doing here. So in the foundation, you have the 6 of wands in reverse, and that is also interesting because you're taking a pause here, a step back, and you're not giving up control. You're not losing anything. You just don't need to be doing everything. Like, I think before you were doing everything perhaps, and maybe overloaded or overwhelmed, or I don't know what. But this 6 of wands in reverse is a step back. You don't really want to keep getting bigger, your business and growing. You're like, it's big enough. This is fine. This is like enough I can handle. Like, this is just okay, right? You're trying to keep it in balance, and a 6 is a very much like, you have a lot of balance cards, 2s and 6s, which are these even. Ah, and then you have the Jack of Diamonds, the 6 of Hearts, and the Ace of Diamonds. Part of me wonders if you're going on a trip, Libra. Part of me wonders if you're going on a trip, or you're going to get invited from someone out of town, out of country. I don't know. But I feel like you're going to get news, or a written invitation. It could be to some sort of event as well. You could be invited to event. I'm thinking family reunion, maybe. Like, I'm feeling like it's not date. It's more like, it looks like a family reunion type of deal to me. Maybe wedding. I don't know. Oh. So this is so, it's interesting because as your work life or your responsibilities, as you take a step back in that, Now you have more time for your personal life, your actual time for yourself, to take more care of yourself, to smell the roses, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I feel like you may have attended an event, got invited to an event, maybe went on a trip, took a break. I don't know, but it lit a flame in you. It lit something in you. You have an itch you need to scratch now. Okay. And this is where it kind of all began, right? I think you could have made a decision maybe while you were here. Maybe you're still there right now. I don't know. But this is, I think this is kind of where the change happens here. Okay. Um, I also think there's a possible offer, not just to travel, but I feel like it's some sort of gathering. I gotta tell you, it's either a group of friends, it's family, it's you could have went on a trip or like a guy fishing weekend, girl weekend. I don't know, something. Okay, and something, what you get a spark. However, now this is your surprise. So, and your surprise is what you don't expect. Okay, is that you feel trapped in some way to what you're doing or where you are. Okay. And the trap is usually in our mind. We feel guilty, we feel responsible, we feel like we owe this because they did that, or, something like that. And usually only very, people that have a lot of integrity have those emotions. Not everybody even has those emotions. So it's not really a bad thing. But um we aren't actually trapped. We only feel that we are. We feel guilty if we leave, or we feel like we're responsible for them. Sometimes we have this when we have elderly parents perhaps that we're taking care of. We feel guilty if we take any time to ourselves or our friends. This is about that kind of thing. Feeling guilty about taking time for ourselves or our, outside of the relationship or work or whatever it is. Okay. And you got wings, you want to fly, you need to be free a bit. You know what I mean? You need to spread your wings sometimes, but there's some sort of feeling like you have a really long leash. I feel like a really long leash, but a leash all the same. And you only get so far until it's like, and it pulls you back. Clothesline, like the dog running and like, oh, he gets pulled back. That's kind of what you feel like. You have a certain amount of freedom, but not total freedom. Okay. So whatever your responsibility, your job, your relationship, something that you feel tied to, but if it's very difficult for you to release or give up. Okay, look at that. I'm thinking you're meeting someone, Libra. Thinking you're meeting someone. Two of hearts, Queen of clubs, King of diamonds. Two of hearts is a passionate meeting. Okay, now this is in the surprise pile. This is something you're not expecting. And sometimes we sit there and figure it out. We think, oh, yeah, I know who it is. It's that Jimmy. He's going to come knocking, or Cheryl. She's going to be calling later when and probably not the person you're thinking. Okay. So this is some sort of passionate meeting. And because it's out of a feeling of feeling trapped, sometimes we act out or something like that if we feel trapped. But Queen of clubs is brown or hazel eyed woman. Could be, you can sex reverse the roles here. Okay. And King of diamonds is usually a green eyed man, but mature. He's usually over 50, It could be a dad or granddad. Doesn't have to look like a real old person, but is mature, wise, smart usually. And so there's you could be either one of these people, Libra. The Queen of Clubs is seen as the friend, really friendly, resourceful, energetic, and is a manifester in some way. They take something, they know how to take action with it, what to do with it, sort of thing. Okay, these two together are probably a really good combination, a really good team, um, and yeah, I think you could be meeting someone. Oops, how did that happen? That shouldn't be ringing. I have my volume off. Anyhow, and this is a passionate meeting. This is a passionate meeting. This is seeing eye to eye, connecting big time. I think this is because they're looking at each other, eh? They're looking at each other. See that? So and the king is looking back at her, so there could be, I don't know, something like that going on. So, hmm, very interesting, Lisa. So, your card that I pulled from the Wild Unknowns Animal Spirit deck is the gazelle. Look at the beautiful, beautiful sunshine behind the gazelle. I don't know if that's sunset or sunrise, but it's just stunning. And it just looks so majestic, that animal, eh? So majestic. I see a big V with the horns too, suggesting victory to me. I got to read these cards because they are so different than the anything, anything. They just are really their own type of energy. They deal a lot with pure energy. Oh, there it is right there. Look at that. Heightened awareness and ability. Vulnerable. Vulnerable. Right? And this is, a gazelle is very, like, they're very hunted, eh? By the lion, I might say. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper aware of their surroundings, um, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. So, I have something I heard someone say just yesterday. And for those of you in love situations, if this is pertaining to a relationship in your life, and she happens to be single, but all the people around her are talking about, relationships, and a lot of us are wanting connection and companionship now at this life. We've gone through a lot of isolation. But anyway, this girl said, you know what? I think that butterfly will land on my shoulder when the time is right, when the person is right. And I thought, wow, what a wonderful, lovely way to think about it. Like, I can't make that butterfly land on my shoulder. I can chase it around and I can kind of, like, do this. Come on, land on me. I can't make it. And it will land when it's ready, when it feels right, you know? Oh, really, Lisa? Isn't that lovely? And so that's that present moment. Enjoying the moment and what you have in your life right now. And when that's ready to come, it will come, right? It's hard to just let things flow, let it go, let it happen. It's hard because we feel like we can affect it in some way, in a positive way, usually. Well, maybe if I just do this, or maybe if I just, but usually we just need to let it be and let that butterfly land when it feels like it, you know? Isn't that sweet? I just loved it. But anyway, Libra, I hope this helps you um this month for all of my readings. Don't worry that this is going to run out in a week or something, because my readings usually go for 30 days. They have up to 30 days to unfold, and I don't control time, so it could be less. It could unfold tomorrow, it could be unfolding right now or in the next week, but it has time no matter when I do the reading. It's from that time on. So it's supposed to be for all of May, but we're going to trickle into June now. So anyway, so I see a lot of partnership stuff going on here. You have a lot of twos, and you also have a lot of sixes. But these sixes, except for one, are in reverse. It's about a step back that you've had to take, a not just a pause, but an actual step back, right? And then this six of hearts, and this is a step forward in relationship, an invitation, and I think this happened already, though. I think that already went down, and it was great, but you got your aha, like, now kind of thing, okay? But oh, that's beautiful. That's really nice, Lisa. So, Lisa, if you write to me, here, I'll put the email in, then you and I can set up a reading. Uh, there we go. And now you have it. Let me just read it. Yep, that's right. That's it. So I hope this helps you. Write to me, Lisa. We'll set something up. And if you're interested, that is. And I just have two more videos to do, and we're done for the May segment. I've been finally caught up. Again, my apologies for being so late. But it was just like a week and a half of like woo, cleanings like crazy. All right, take care. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. Actually, you know what, Tina? It's from Tinker, the Irish tinsmith. That's where the name is from, Tinker, because the tinsmith was a type of gypsy of sorts, and they would go town to town, house to house, helping people fix little things, usually the tin, because a lot of their roofs and stuff were made of tin. And but he would also be able to fix other things too, and he had random tools hanging from his bags and stuff, right? And so he'd usually trade his skills for lodging and food. So that's where those are kind of like the original gypsies, the Tinkers. So just a little backstory on it. I know, and I'm a Gallagher, so Irish as can be. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. I'm coming back with another live. I'm doing Capricorn.